There we go. What's going on, everybody? Good to see y'all here. I'm glad y'all made it. This is not a regular video. You know, I'm not gonna be telling you anything. Hey, my Renaissance grandma, how you doing? I think what's second floor garden? Adric, Patient Saint, Peculiar, how you doing? Guava. Talisha. Okay, all right. It's good to see y'all in here. Can everybody see me and hear me okay? If you can see me, give me a thumbs up. If you can see me and hear me, give me 2 thumbs up. If you can see me and hear me clear, give me 3 thumbs up. Hey, Country Hustle, how you doing, man? 3 Eye Ready, how you doing, Q-Dub? Let me see, Lenora, Simply Bell, Yolanda, Kim. Let me take this off too. I can see that mug getting, my phone getting hot already. Let me take this cover off. Okay, there we go. Thank you everybody for that confirmation. Put my cover in my pocket before I lose it again. Come here. Come on. Relax. Got my little farm dog. What's going on, everybody? It's good to see y'all. Today, I guess we're gonna be learning from each other because today this video is not necessarily for you. It's really for all of us so we can all learn something. So the number one thing I want to talk about today is this tractor. Well, it ain't just this tractor. It's about the tools that you need for success, the tools you need to help run your homestead, the tools that you will need to run your garden, whatever you got. It take tools, and that's the part that we do not add in. It's a lot of people buying land right now, and you're buying land. That's wonderful. I'm glad you buying land, but I'm here to tell you the honest to God truth. It does not stop right there. As a matter of fact, that's just the beginning, okay? You bought the ticket to the fair, and now here comes the real part. The real part is, even if you just started your garden, here come the real part. You got to buy those tools because you got to till that garden. You got to shovel that garden. You got to turn that garden over. You got to pull those weeds, everything that you're trying to do. Hey, Missy Hawk, what's going on, my sister? It's good to see you. Brown Sugar Garden, how you doing? All right. It's boiling out in this mug. So, but I'd rather be out here than in the house because it's hotter in there and I'm not cutting that air on. So, before we get started, y'all, let me see. How you doing, Queendom? How you doing? Is it, I can't pronounce your first name. Bajan, I think it is. I'm not gonna tear that up no more. I just won't say it, okay? My Renaissance grandma, how you doing? Let me see. Tommy says, hey, Led, hope you're staying cool out there. It's hot in Colorado. It's hot here in Oklahoma, too. No, let's keep it rocking and rolling. I'm going to try my hardest to keep everything simple today. T-Wo in the house? What? What's up, T-Wo? What's going on? It's boiling out here. Said yes. Who's that? Blaine says tractor plus implements is a must. I'm going to say one thing. If you buy a tractor, I don't know everything at all. Matter of fact, I don't know anything. I'm just telling y'all from my experience so far. If you buy a tractor, do not buy a tractor that does not have a front loader, that does not have a scoop on the front. Okay? Don't do that. Don't do it. Because if you buy a tractor that does not have that front loader, to me, which is one of the most important parts of running a homestead or a farm, this is the most important part to me. If you don't have that, what you're gonna end up doing, because they hard to find after the fact for your tractor. If your tractor ain't brand spanking new, it's hard to find the front end loader to go on your tractor. That's why I got this one. I got this one because this was one of the only ones, number one, that I could afford, and number two, they had a front end loader on it. I did not want a tractor with no front end loader. I saw tractors with, they came with every attachment on the back. They came with bush hogs, rakes, box scrapers, you name it. They came with everything, but they didn't have a front loader. And every person that I asked, you know, is everything okay with it? Tell me what's wrong with it before I come out there. Every single person that I talked to said, yeah, it runs great. It runs like a cherry. The only problem is I just want to get another tractor with a front loader on it. Every single person I talked to. I can't make that up. The only person that did not say that they were looking for a tractor with a front loader was this guy, because he had one. He had two, actually. So if you purchase a tractor, I would rather just, because you can put any kind of implement on the back. Anything you can find them anywhere. Facebook Market, anything. You can find a rake, you can find a box scraper, you can find a tiller, you can find a bush hog, you can find all of that stuff. But you can't find no front end loader. So I'm going to say that just from the little teeny bit of experience that I got right now, don't buy no tractor with no front loader. I don't care how much it is. I don't care how sweet of a deal it is. If you don't have a front loader already ready that you've purchased, or you know where one is that'll fit on the tractor that you buy, don't do it. Because all you're going to do is end up selling it to go get one with a front loader on it. Now, I'm just telling y'all the experience that I'm going through so far. If you buy an old tractor, you're going to be happy to get it. And everybody keep asking me, Led, why ain't you riding a tractor? Why aren't we seeing tractor videos? What's up with the tractor? Because I have not changed the fuel. Let me see. Blaine says, I built a rear loader and it 56 is better than wheelbarrow, but only half as good as a front loader. Exactly, because you could be pulling a wagon. I pull a wagon behind my lawn tractor, and that works great. I don't want to pull anything. I want to be able to scoop, pick, take, because that's when you're building, which I'm trying to build my land and build my infrastructure. I'm not going to be able to build anything. Okay, now that I'm thinking about it, here's a better way to put it. The back of the tractor, all of the implements and all of the things that you can put on the back of the tractor, not a backhoe, but all of the other stuff, bush hoggers, this is the maintenance end back here. This is how you maintain your land. And the front is how you build your land. That's a good way to think of that. I just thought of that. So, but you know, if I'm wrong, tell me. Now on the back, you can put a backhoe on here. But still, I'm not counting a backhoe because that's rare. The front end of the tractor is how you build your land and change your land. The back end, all of the implements, is a good way to maintain your land. Like maintaining your garden, maintaining your lawn, maintaining your woods, but it's not going to help you build anything. What's up, Grown with Hudson? What's going on, my sister? Hey, Sylvia's Garden. Hey, Adina Collins. Christopher Brown. This phone is getting so hot. It's smoking. Okay. Okay. So, the reason why you haven't seen, and hey, Karen and Thomas, good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. The reason why you haven't seen any tractor videos is because I'm gonna show you now that we're here. It's an older tractor. I need I I need to re-grease all of these joints. Every joint on here, I want to re-grease. I'm not worried about my hydraulic hoses. I'm gonna just wait till they pop and then I'm gonna change them. They're old and dry rotted, so I'm not gonna worry about that. These front tires are really good. My back tires are dry rotted, but they're holding air. I haven't had to put air in them, and he said they've had air in them for years, and they've never dropped the air, and I believe them because they still ain't dropping as bad as they look. I'm going to put new tires on here, on the back. I'm going to grease every joint, but here's the important part. Changing that oil, change your fluids. I've already changed my my coolant. Now I'm gonna change my hydraulic oil, the fluid that makes it so you can lift everything, running the transmission on everything. And I'm gonna show you, if you know what transmission oil look like, I'm gonna show you this. This is why I haven't been on my tractor. You see that? Does that look like hydraulic fluid to you? Can y'all see that? When it's that color, that means there's some water in there because this just sits out. It wasn't covered. And if you buy a tractor and they don't have a garage or something for it or a carport, when it rains, with it being so old, the water is going to seep down in these crevices and get down in that transmission case. So you don't want to keep on running water through your hydraulic system, right? So when I got the tractor, the guy told me, he said, listen, everything works great. What's up, Rucker Homestead? How you doing, bro? He said, everything works great. He said, but the hydraulics are slow. They're not slow to me, but then again, I've never owned a tractor. They're not really slow to me. They're okay. This tractor is almost as old as I am. It's 50 years old. So they work fine for me. But clearly they're going to work even better when I change the hydraulic fluid. And I just wanted everybody to know that if you mess around and get an older tractor, change the fluid before you go having too much fun, because it's easy to start having fun. Trust me, I've been on it already. And as soon as you get on it, you don't want to get off. You don't, especially if you just learn it. If you just learn it, you really don't want to get off. So I didn't want to mess nothing up before I changed the fluid. So I got the oil. I'm gonna change the engine oil, and I'm gonna change the hydraulic fluid. I'm not gonna do it here live because that's just ridiculous. I'm not gonna do that. And it'll probably bore you half to death anyway. So what I am gonna do today is show you a couple of things that I bought for the tractor that made it so I don't have to buy the extra implements. Let me see. The shade tree farmer said you got to take care of what takes care of you. A tractor makes it so convenient. Well, you know what? The tractor this is gonna be my workhorse, you know? 50 years ain't nothing for a tractor. Amen to that. Because I see tractors out there that's almost 100 years old and they still running them and using them. They're not just antiques, they are tools. They're using them old tractors. This mug ain't no joke. And frankly, I'm going to tell y'all something about these Yanmars. These Yanmars, I can't make this up. Go Google it yourself. If you find an old Yanmar tractor, did you know that's the same engine that a John Deere has under it? A John Deere has a Yanmar engine under it. And the only reason now that John Deere ain't as great as they used to be is because they stopped using the Yanmar engine. Some of them do still have it, but a lot of them, most of them don't anymore. And that's why they're not as great anymore. Other thing, I love John Deere tractors. I love the way they look. I love the way they feel. I love the way they sound. Only problem I'm having with a John Deere tractor, and the only reason I went to go look at some for fun, but I won't buy a John Deere tractor because the John Deere tractors, hey John, how you doing? Hey RLM, how you doing? The problem with the John Deere tractors is they're like an Apple phone. You can only put their parts on that tractor. You can only put John Deere parts on a John Deere tractor. On this tractor, I can put anything I feel like. I could put John Deere parts on here. I can put Kubota parts on here. I can put all different kinds of parts. Bad Boy, let me see, Bad Boy, John Deere, Kubota, Bobcat. I can put all of those parts on here, but you can't put all of those parts on a John Deere. Now, when I was doing my research, and then when I went to talk to the guy at Kubota, Kubota is universal. You can use other people's stuff. Okay, John Boy say you are just buying the green and yellow paint. Pretty much. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. And frankly, let me wipe this camera off. And frankly, you're buying the green and yellow paint, and I'm going to say this right here. When I went to talk to the John Deere dealer, how you doing, Suzette? Says, so true, you can't fix the bigger ones without the codes from John Deere. I'm a fan, but they got some issues. Right, I can't do it. But here's the thing. I went and talked to the John Deere dealer. And you want to hear something? You want to hear something that's really, really weird? The John Deere dealer wouldn't stop talking about Kubota and what's the name of that other one? Not Solaris. What's the other name of that one? It's the cheapest it ain't the cheapest made. It's the best bang for your buck tractor on the market. And I cannot think of the dang on name of it. Mahindra. You know what got me thinking double time about Mahindra? I went to a Mahindra dealer. And let me tell you something. I was foaming at the mouth. I went to Kubota. I went to Big Dog. I went to John Deere. And I went to Mahindra. And let me tell you something. Everybody had Mahindra in their mouth. Everybody kept saying, "Oh, it's better than Mahindra," but it's better than Mahindra. Mahindra is cheap. Mahindra, that don't listen to them. Mahindra ain't got this. Mahindra ain't got that. Let me tell you something. Country Hustle, you said case. I didn't go to a case because we don't have one in my area, and I didn't go to, which is really my favorite, is a Massey Ferguson. I want a Ferguson so bad I can taste it. I ain't talking about a new one. I want a Massey Ferguson 135 so bad I can taste it. I want it's a what year is that? I think it's a 1978 Massey Ferguson 135. I don't care what it looked like. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what people think. I want a Massey Ferguson 135 with a front loader on that boy, and I'm done. I'm telling you, if I get my hands on one of them, I'm finito. Country Hustle say I have a Ferguson. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I've been looking at them, and let me see. I've been looking at them Fergusons, and every time one for sale, they be gone like that. They be gone. Country Hustle say I have a Ferguson. The Shade Tree Farmer says John Deere and Mahindra is too expensive. You pay for the name and fame. I have a Kubota tractor and zero turn and have no issues. You know something though? I'm gonna be honest with you. I went to Kubota dealer, and Kubota dealer wouldn't take Mahindra out their mouth. They kept comparing themselves to Mahindra, and Mahindra prices was better. I almost ended up, if I was going to put a tractor, if I was going to finance a tractor, it probably would have been a Mahindra, and I'm gonna tell you why. I would have probably financed a Mahindra tractor over a Kubota, or definitely over a John Deere, and the reason why is because the price point versus what am I doing with it? I'm not making money with it. I'm not out in the street with it. I don't use it for a business. I'm only using it for my homestead. So if I was using it for my homestead, if I was using it for a business, I would have got a Kubota. But I'm not. That makes a big difference. It's almost like why are you buying a steel trimmer for your 30 by 30 backyard? You buying a professional grade steel brand trimmer and edger, and your backyard, you can cut your grass with a damn weed whacker. You just wasting money, and so that's why I wouldn't have bought a professional grade. Y'all gotta excuse me too. My allergies is banging. I don't know what the heck is going on with my allergies in the last few days, but my allergies ain't supposed to be like this, not yet. It's only happened in the spring and the fall, so please excuse me. I almost forgot about this live stream. I wasn't even gonna do it. So, do I have any questions so far? Strawberry said, yeah, they go fast. The used Masseys, yes. All the research I've done, the problem is they always want you to pay updates on electrical panel, just like phones. Yep, that too. I really don't want a new tractor. Unless if I'm balling like that, fine. But I don't want a newer tractor because all of them need firmware updates and all of that stuff. And let me see. Country Hustle says mine doesn't have a front loader and it's propane powered. That's why I left it in the pasture. Okay. Damn, what kind of gnat is this? This one trying to whisper in my ear, tell me a secret or something. Any questions so far? Say I just bought a 22 pound. Oh, going to use the tiller behind the tractor. I'm looking, you know something? I want a tiller so bad, but I'm not going to buy a tiller. I'm going to buy I'm going to buy a disc harrow. It's a reason for that too. I would love to have a tiller, a rototiller behind a 3-point rototiller. I would love to have one. But you want to know something? Do I have a bush hog with my tractor? No. I don't have the only implement I have is the rake. That's the only thing it came with. And that's fine by me. I can slowly purchase everything I need to purchase. So my next purchase is a disc harrow so I can make me a whole garden strip with no problem. I don't want a rototiller. You want to know why I don't want a rototiller? Every rototiller that I see online for sale, something is wrong with it. That tells me that, it got too many moving parts, too many mechanical moving parts. And that's something I don't want to be dealing with, especially if I'm going to use it a few times a year to, get the garden up and going and bust it up. Let me see, Country Hustle, that's definitely is expensive to repair. Smart Buy lead, plus you can repair it yourself. Yeah, I don't want a rototiller. I would like one if I was balling, but I'm not balling. I'm thinking about me being broke and having to fix something. Will I be able to fix something with being broke? You ain't gonna be able to fix no rototiller. You can, but if a good enough rock get up inside there, a good enough stone, and lock the system up, and the clutch give out on the tiller, it might mess your tractor up. And it's an old boy. I don't need that. And I sure the hell don't need to be paying no $2,500 for it if I know I'm only going to be tilling my garden, a few times a year, right? You can rent 3-point implements. No, you can, Blaine, you can. Here's the problem with renting. You can't rent a tiller. You can rent a tiller, but you will probably have to drive to a whole nother state and township to rent it. And I'm gonna tell you why. The rototillers, because I tried to rent one, can't do it. You can't rent it because he said it's a liability. They tear them up too much when they rent them. Somebody always tear them up and they bring them in tore up and then they be out of service. I tried to rent a rototiller the first week that I got this tractor, maybe the second week that I had it. And I kid you not, everybody told me the exact same thing. They're out for repair. Somebody tore it up. I'm like, damn. So you need a detachable clutch to protect your PTO. Well, there is a detachable clutch on the rototiller. But I was watching this YouTube channel, right? And this guy, he know everything about tractors. He sell them everything. But here's the thing that he said about buying used rototillers. Buying those used rototillers, somebody didn't take care of them, left them out in the rain. And now you can leave a disc harrow, old school disc harrow out in the rain, but leaving a rototiller out in the rain is something completely different. So when you buying that rototiller off of Facebook Market or Craigslist, and it's been left out in the rain for 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 50 years, you gonna have a problem. And if that external clutch is locked up and won't let go, if it catch a rock, you would tear your motor up in your tractor. I mean, yeah. So I'm kind of like leery on that. If I ever got a tiller, it'll be brand spanking new. I don't think I'll purchase a used rototiller. Cato Family Farm says, I'm thinking about just getting a new Kubota tractor just because I can make payments on it. You wait, what? I'm thinking about getting a new Kubota tractor just because I can make payments on it? Explain what you mean by that. You thinking about getting a tractor just because you can afford to make payments on it? Maybe I missed something, or maybe you left something out. I'm not gonna comment on that because I don't know what you mean by that at all. Sometimes just because you can don't mean you should, you know. That's why I didn't want to comment, because I'm like, I know that ain't what you meant. Like, what? Any questions? None? We can call it a day. I'm about to go over here and I'm going to go. This is what I'm going to do before I cut this camera off. First, I'm going to give my puppy some water. And then we're going to let this video go. Some water. I got to give my puppy some. So, right, I don't have the lump sum to buy one. Plus, my dad left all the harrow and disc in the field. Maybe I still don't understand what you're talking about, Cato Family Farm. Your dad left all the disc harrows in the field, and you don't have the lump sum to buy one. Are you talking about a brand new Kubota, or are you talking about you don't want to buy nothing used because you... Okay, all right. Let's talk. This is my puppy's water, so y'all don't freak out. We got the same. Ain't a right, pup? All right, let's talk about something. Cato Family Farm, I don't understand what you're talking about. You're talking in riddles, and I'm trying to figure you out. But it's like, just say everything that you're trying to say. Because you're saying like 2 words, 3 words. I'm trying to figure you out, but I can't. And I'm going to leave it alone, okay? Because I'm trying to figure what you're saying out. I'm going to say this. In the climate that we in, financially, politically, I'm going to say this. If you can get away with just saving some money and buying a used tractor, that's what I would do. Hell, that's what I did. And I'm going to tell you why. Man, you really right now, you don't really want to be financing too much of anything besides land or a home. If you financing a land or home, is different. If you financing equipment and stuff, this ain't the time for that at all. SoCal says the Kubota buckets are flimsy, so you need softer soil than clay for them. Strawberry, you said which channels about tractors do you recommend? Um, I can't recommend any because I'm just learning myself. I'm learning myself. I'm not gonna act like I know everything about them because I don't. I am literally learning right now, and that's what this video was supposed to be about, us learning together, and that's what we're doing. That's why I'm trying to get Cato Family Farms to explain yourself better because I'm trying to learn something, but I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing? Nobody? Been in here for 35 minutes? So, I'm gonna, let me see if I got some shade over there. Roses for me says, Leah, thank you for all these videos you do educate and prepare us how to sustain our life, God. Thank you for that. Thank you. And you know something? I'm not really teaching anybody anything. I'm just taking you on my journey. I get a lot of that. Um, Thank you for teaching us stuff. I'm not teaching nobody anything. I mean, all due respect, and I don't mean it in a negative way, but I don't want people thinking I'm sitting here trying to teach people stuff. You want to hear something crazy? I know this gonna sound crazy, but bear with me. I don't like when people say stuff about me teaching them stuff. You know why? Because it takes credit away from the true teachers, the real teachers. I'm not certified, licensed, or any of that. And I don't want to take no credit away from real, true, educated teachers. I just be talking shit. You understand? I don't want people to be thinking I'm all holier than thou and righteous. I'm not. I'm just a dude to be doing stuff. And if you take something away from it, I feel you. Great. But I don't want people to keep putting me on this pedestal that I don't belong on. My wife is a certified educator. She has not her doctorate, almost, but she is a master at education. I don't like taking that title away from the real recipients of that. You know, I'm a shit talker. And if I'm talking good shit and you pull something from it, great. I just don't want people, and I'm gonna tell you why I feel this way. I'm gonna tell you why I feel this way. I feel this way because every time people keep saying, yeah, teach, brother, yeah, teach them. Yeah, thank you for teaching. You know what happens? When they screw something up, when they turn around and screw something up, they blame that person because they say they don't want to take the blame and the claim for themselves because they screwed up. They would say, well, that's what Lead Farmer taught me. And I'm like, man, don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. You know, I'm just out here talking good shit. And I promise you, it happens all across social media, so much so that look how many times somebody blames somebody for something that they didn't force you to do. You know what I mean? They didn't force people to do stuff. But then when they be like, oh, the kids been eating soap packets and shit, you know. Then some content creator get in trouble because he started eating soap packets. Please. No, 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 no. I stay away from the legal ramifications of all the garbage. And I listen, all due respect to everybody, and that's great if you took something from it, but I'm not no teacher. I'm not. I truly just am a dude to be doing stuff. Okay? I'm the dude just doing stuff. All right? So every person needs to be responsible for themselves, but this is 2025 and that is not the case at all. Right? I promise you, that's not the case at all. You want to know something else? Everybody want to hold that title of teacher. Everybody want to hold that title as master. Everybody want to hold that title as elder. And to me, you know what? That got to be the silliest, simplest crap I've ever heard of, because you trying to put yourself in a position that you don't know anything about in the first place. You think you do, but you don't. When you start putting yourself in a position, in the highest position of elder, master, leader, when you start putting yourself in that position, you're what you're telling the world is you don't need to be taught anything else. You know everything, so your job is to teach people things, but you cannot be taught. And I'm not saying that's how it is all the time. I'm talking about 99% of the time. The people that want you to call them elder, master, leader, captain, all that bullshit, them is the people. Something is missing inside. They need that attention to the point they're telling you, I can't be taught. My job is to teach, not to be taught. I don't want that because I learn something every day. And I ain't ashamed of it. Hell, I'm a daddy, I'm a father, I'm a husband. I can still be taught to be a better husband. I can still be taught to be a better father. I learn something about my kids every day of something I did wrong. I talked to them in the wrong way. I hurt somebody's feelings, and I'm not too big to be taught. And I don't want that title. I don't. I do not want that title of leader, master, elder bullshit. I see a lot of dudes out there on social media want that. I don't. I don't want to be responsible for nobody else's bullshit. Okay? All right. So what I really want to do, I'm gonna go ahead and jump on this tractor because I want to show y'all something. Okay? I'm gonna try my hardest to get over here without crunching my dog. See. So I've heard many people tell me that I'm an expert in the area. I missed it. Ashley, Cleveland. A lot of people don't get a chance to come in contact with people they can learn from, which is what Find Your People is about. You have a knack for figuring things out and sharing. That is humble. You want to know something, Ashley? You just reminded me of something. You just reminded me of something. Rucker Homestead said that's why we are forever learning, bro. Amen to that. You want to know something? Um, oh, that made me lose my train of thought that fast. I had something good. Let me see what you said again, Ashley. Ah, that's it. You say I have a knack for figuring things out. And I want to touch on that. I know this is tractor talk, but clearly people don't want to talk about my tractor or tools at all. Let me tell you something about having a knack trying to figure things out. No, I don't. I don't. This is for Ashley and everybody else. I don't have a knack no better than absolutely anybody that watches my channel. I don't know anything or anything more or anything less more than you do. Somebody asked me in a comment and I pinned it because I found it intriguing because they pretty much said the same thing. And they said, how do you learn all of this stuff? How do you know how to do all of this? I don't understand. How did you figure that out? Because I read. I read books. Everybody, you have the key to truth and justice in the palm of your hand if you own a cell phone or a laptop or a PC or iPad. You have the key to truth, justice, and knowledge. And the only thing we want to do with it is listen to mumble rappers or watch people twerking booty cheeks or watch the latest damn milk crate challenge. I don't use my phone for that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometime I watch a milk crate challenge or two. I'm not gonna pretend because that shit's be funny when they when they hit the ground and you hear that belly meat smack the cement. But look here, I'm not gonna pretend that I'm holier than thou and I don't use my cell phone and my personal computer and iPad stuff for fun. But business is first. And all day, if you looked at my, what is it called, my algorithm of, if you looked at what I watch or if you looked at my history on my YouTube, you know what you're gonna see? Pig videos, chicken videos, farm videos, homestead videos. You're gonna even be surprised at the people that I watch. tractor videos, how to build this video, how to build that video, how to better yourself at this, how to better yourself at that, health videos, because I'm constantly watching something that's teaching me something that I need to move forward. I ain't learning nothing to see no girl. Look, if I'm not learning anything watching a girl clap her cheeks. I think I passed that master class, you know. But I'm not learning anything. Now, I have seen some very talented individuals, but I don't sit there all day watching those and comparing cheek sizes and if the cheeks is real or not. I don't sit around doing that. I don't watch people. I don't watch people's bullshit, they beefs. I don't sit around watching what one content creator said about another content creator. I don't sit around, oh man, I think he talk about him. Oh, I think she talking about her. Oh man, I don't do it. I don't do it. And I'm gonna tell you something else. I did that a long time ago, and I stopped doing that silly shit myself, and it made a lot of people mad because I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I promise you can say whatever you want to say. I'm not going back and forth with you. Do you understand? I'm not. So I don't even what if I see you going back and forth with somebody, I'm going to put you on ice for a while. Like, I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to be part of that, man. I've been part of that, and I know where it leads. Everybody start picking sides of who said what about who and who did what to who and secret shit. Guess what I heard? Yeah, this is what I heard on this channel. This is what I don't want to have nothing to do with that shit or the people that love it. Atlanta housewives and bullshit like that, man, leave me out of that. I don't watch it. Want to hear something? God honest truth? I don't know a damn thing about P. Diddy getting arrested. The only thing I know about him is something you can't avoid, which is he hit that girl named Cassidy or whatever her name is, and now he going to prison. That's all I know. I don't care what a billionaire is out here doing and how he living his life, right? I don't care. I don't care about the dumb chick that stayed with him to get beat up. I don't care about none of that, right? So, let me see something here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to tell you now, this is the worst time on the planet. This is the worst time in all out human history to be distracted by stupid shit. I can't make this up. If you're easily distracted, if you a person that you can't wait for something to start, like I got 340 people in the chat, right? I got 340 people in the chat. You want to know why? Because I ain't said a damn thing about Trump. If I say one word about politics, my number's going to go up to about 1,700 watching because people love bullshit. And that will be the downfall of this entire country. People love chaos. They're addicted to chaos. Just like you don't buy video games. All my gamers in the house, you don't buy video games where you making fluffy little pillows, do you? You don't buy a fluffy pillow video game. I don't even think they develop how to make fluffy pillow video games because that shit sounds boring and crazy. You want and you go wait outside of Toys R Us. Is that still a thing? You go wait outside of Best Buy or Toys R Us, whatever it is, or Circuit City. You that's how dumb folks be about them damn games. You go stand outside of Circuit City and Toys R Us, knowing good and well they've been closed for like 20 years. You go stand outside Toys R Us and Circuit City, waiting on the latest stupid ass game where you can shoot people, kill people, hump hookers, sell drugs, and sit inside your house in your closet in your room for the next 4 days playing that stupid shit. You just lost 4 days of your life. I don't understand it. Maybe I got to be a gamer to know. I don't know. But you know what I do want to talk about? We're going to go over. I don't know why you hot. We live in a life over here. This is supposed to be a tractor talk, but I'm going to say this. People love chaos. I'm not going to lie and pretend I didn't used to. I did used to love it. I used to love living in the city. I used to love it. I used to love my city life. Where I'm from, I loved it. I loved my homies. I loved the hood. I loved everything about it. And the only reason I think that I loved it so much is because I was so ignorant. I was so ignorant to reality. You don't realize, you don't realize who you really are because you won't take a break and find out. You won't unplug and find out. Let me give my puppy some more water. Hold on, pup. You don't know who you are because that's mine. Mine got lemon juice. You won't unplug from this nonsense that's going on in this world and find out who you really are. Because you too worried about what somebody is gonna say about you. See, I'm trying to get out of the city. I'm trying to get out of the city. I am tired of the city. I'm gonna leave that water there for you. It's all yours, baby. It's all yours. So, you know what I found out about myself? We ain't about to go. You can stop licking me. We ain't leaving. You know what I found out about myself? I'm a farmer. I found out that I'm a freaking farmer. When I'm out here, I forget what day it is. I lose track of time. And I don't be realizing I'll be out here for weeks on end until my wife is like, what's wrong with you? What's going on? She'll call me and say, you were supposed to be home Friday. What happened? I said, yeah, I am coming home Friday. Yeah, it's Sunday. And I'll say, well, let me tighten this up and then I'll be home tomorrow. And then I'll be here for another 2 days. You want to know one of the biggest reasons I love this? because I only see human beings when I feel like it. I only gotta deal with humans when I feel like dealing with humans. When I've built up enough tolerance and patience to deal with humans, I can go and deal with humans. If I don't feel like dealing with human beings, I don't ever have to. If I don't leave this land, I don't have to see any humans. And you know what? We're coming to a time, and it almost sound like a hermit, and it almost sound crazy, don't it? Um, Here's the deal with that. It ain't that I hate people, cause I don't. I love people. I love people. I don't like these people though. I don't like this new age of people. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't like it. I don't like this this age of people, not your age, but this era, this timeline of people. I don't like them. I don't like them. There is no truth. There is no honor. There is no shame. There is no respect. And I don't like being around having. I told you, man, I will go into the store and people think I got some kind of disease because I do this all through the store. You think I got Parkinson's or something because I just won't stop shaking my head. I'm like one of the Cosby kids, you know, the one that walk like this, Rudy, because I walk through the store shaking my head like, oh my God, oh my God. You might as well call Walmart church because all I say all throughout Walmart, from the front to the back, side to side, I walk through Walmart saying, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, all day. See, that's kind of what the part that I've been trying to tell everybody about the land ownership is I own a piece of something that I don't got to go out there and see that shit. And then sometimes I stay away so long that when I finally get to the city and see the people, it be like yuck, yuck, yuck. The hell is wrong with y'all? I've been doing everything in my power to keep everything ready right here on this land, because this will be my last stand if I have to make one. It will not be at my house in the city. My house in the city will not be my last stand. You better believe that. If I got my way about it, if I have my choice, when I say my choice, I'm talking about if I can get to my land will be my last stand against tyranny. I won't fight in the city. Fighting in the city is almost suicidal because you've lost the battle before it even started good. You aiming in this direction, you got hit in the head with a rock coming from this direction. You can't protect yourself when you surrounded by a city full of lunatics. You can't. It's too many people. It's entirely too many people. I don't want to. I just don't. I'm not withdrawing from society. But I'm telling you what, I'm taking it in small bite-sized pieces. You want to know something? If you if you don't like the neighborhood you live in, which I don't, you can go make your own damn neighborhood. I only show y'all this little bit. Y'all don't have no clue about all the rest of my land. You have no clue. I only show y'all this piece that's cut. Only show the clearing. You have no idea. If I don't like the neighborhood that I live in, I can build my own neighborhood. And I don't have to be alone and afraid anymore because worrying about what my neighbor gonna say or do. They gonna break in my house when I'm gone. If I'm surrounded by family and friends, you don't gotta worry about that. You can totally build your own neighborhood. You can build your own city. Literally, I'm serious. Think about it. Let's be for real. You can build your own city. Everybody keep talking about we need to come together. We need to come together to fight against the man. But ain't nobody doing anything. You thinking too hard. You thinking too hard on it. You don't gotta do that. All you gotta do, go out there and get something and build something. If you build it, they will come. Go build something. That's enough of this. You don't want no more water? I know, me neither. So let's go take this tractor over here and then we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna put all my stuff in the bucket. Say I was born and raised a city girl. I was born and raised a city boy. And found out that's not who I am at all. When I say that's not who I am at all, what I mean, because I don't want people like, what's wrong with the city? That ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying I found my peace being in the middle of nowhere. You can't find your peace in the city. You can't even pretend that you found your peace in the city. You didn't. What you did was find more distractions to keep you distracted. You never found peace. You understand? When you live in a city, a noisy, busy, rambunctious, light-filled city, you think you found peace. I'm talking from my own experience, from my own perspective, okay? So this may not be you. But every time I move to a big city like Atlanta, Virginia Beach, Columbia, South Carolina, all of these different places I've lived in my life, I thought I love Chicago, right? And I always want to be in the center of the action where all the lights and the glamour and the glitz and the noise and the people are, because I love people. But what I realized over the years was all I was trying to do was keep myself distracted from what I really want to do and who I really want to be. And the reason why I was trying to keep it as noisy and as loud and busy as possible to keep myself distracted, because I was afraid to go ahead and let myself be a damn homesteader, farmer, gardener, because I was scared what my homeboys was gonna say. You don't come from the hood and think that your homeboys is just gonna let you get away with you talk about some farm stuff. You ain't getting away with that. Do you understand me? Okay, my mama can be from North Carolina, all you want to know, but it don't matter. They don't care. If you from the hood and you start talking some country stuff or you start talking some down south stuff, they are going to burn you down. You gonna get cracked on for days. So I put up with that noise, and it didn't stop until I moved to Kennesaw, Georgia. When I moved into Kennesaw, Georgia, it was different from Atlanta, Georgia. It was quiet. Everybody wasn't trying to steal your car. Everybody wasn't trying to break in your house or your apartment. When I moved to Kennesaw, Georgia was the first time I ever heard that many frogs screaming at one time. I had never heard such a thing. I thought we was getting scooped up by aliens. Sit down. You gonna fall. Sit down. I had to put my party starter in there. We're gonna get on this tractor and we're gonna go over here and I'm gonna put these forks on because that's where I'm gonna end up changing this oil anyway. I don't know what I'm gonna do with y'all. I just drive slow, I guess. Dougie, 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 Doug, Dougie, Doug, Dougie, Dougie, Doug, Doug. Wait, pup. Sit right there. Did the tractor come with a bush hog? No. When you if not, do you plan on getting one at some point? Yes, I do. I'm gonna tell you the parts, the things that I want to get for my tractor. I want to get a bush hog. I want to get some sort of garden tiller attachment, whether it's a disc harrow or a rototiller, which right now I want to start with a disc harrow. I want to get a scraping box, a box blade. And right now, that's all I really truly need at this minute. I don't need all those other attachments that other farmers or homesteaders need, not yet. And when I get a backhoe, because I am gonna get a backhoe, but it's gonna be probably a mini excavator, a mini backhoe. It ain't gonna be an attachment to go back here. I'm gonna tell you why I won't buy a backhoe to put on here, or any other tractor, why I won't put a backhoe on here. I won't put a backhoe on here because I watch people put those backhoes on and take them off. And because you may have to change something on the back, an implement on the back. Okay, you did a little bit of backhoe and now you need to put the bush hog. Now you got to go through all of that, detach it, and set it up, put it somewhere, and then I've watched that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that's stupid. Let me not say that, because that's not right. I think the better way to do that is to have a mini excavator or a mini backhoe that you can drive yourself and has the same powerful PTO power, or the same power that your PTO can put out. And it's just a separate vehicle altogether. Some stuff is just ridiculous. Some stuff is overreaching to me. And remember, I'm new, so I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ain't it right, pup? All right. We're going to do the very best we can. This is about to be stupid. All right. You ready, pup? We doing it, mama. We out of here. Hold on a minute. We going over to the Casbah. Hold on. Going in the pocket. All right, y'all still there? Sorry, I couldn't show y'all because that was dangerous and I had to pay attention. This ain't one of those me on the lawn tractor kind of thing. So I'm gonna show y'all. We are now at the other end. We are by Nana's path. Let me see. How you doing, Eldrin? How you doing? What exactly are you witnessing? You were witnessing my pocket. Literally. Okay. So what I'm gonna show y'all right now. Ooh, that breeze feel good. Well, I should have been over here weeks ago. Okay. I'm gonna show y'all what I got for the track. Ma. Okay. Let me do something for a second. Hold on. Okay. Y'all ready to see this? All right. Okay. Had to lift my lift my loader because I want to show you what I got. Take some of this stuff out my pocket. Charger. All right. So far, any questions? No? This is what I did. I got some forks from Vivor for my front loader. The reason I got like forklift pallet forks, let me see. The reason I got pallet forks is so I can pick up all of these limbs. I'm gonna show you right now. It'll help me pick up piles of limbs and trees and bush like that and clean up all of those areas where it's just junk. I could just pick that stuff up because my bucket ain't gonna do that. My bucket will just push it out the way. But these pallet forks will get up under that junk and I can pick it up and take it somewhere else where I can deal with it properly. Okay, so we are doing this together. And she having fun sniffing butt juices everywhere. Okay, my battery is low. That's all right. We'll deal with it for a minute. Now I'm gonna show y'all how these work. Simple, and I didn't have to buy no front attachment for no pallet jacks. And I've seen a bunch of different videos on these pallet forks. People don't even use this. I've seen a bunch of different videos on these pallet forks. Everybody loving them. So if real farmers are loving something so simple, I said, well, as cheap as they are, and they loving them and picking up heavy stuff like that, I guess I'm gonna give it a shot too. Nobody uses this center brace. I wanted the one with the center brace. Now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have did it. So I'm gonna show you how these go on here. It's saying all you do is unscrew this, just like this, and literally attach them to your bucket. Like that. So I figured if it's this easy to help me pick up sticks and logs and stuff like that, so I can get this work done, fine by me. I'm gonna go ahead and try to put that centerpiece on just to see how it works. They say that go on like this. Make sure, okay. All I'm doing with this is supposed to be like this, like this. Stick it in the hole. You got so. Get that one on there. And all you're supposed to do, now you can adjust this to however far you want it. Adjust that Tighten those, get that all the way back. Tighten that up. Can y'all see this at all? That's dope. Shit, that is dope. Tighten that up to keep them more stable. Tighten up the outside brace. Now, tighten that up to your bucket. Can y'all see that? Now I'm just gonna, my wrench ain't gonna fit in there. This ain't why I got this wrench in here, but I'm glad it's in here. Okay. Okay. That boy in business now. Look at that. Instant pallet jack. Now I got a forklift. Instant forklift. Now, I watched a man bigger than me stand on that. Let me see something. Let me see something. Let me let it down a little bit. Move, pup. If I bust my ass, I know I stood on the bucket. So it's working. Let me see. It ain't like I'm be doing crazy stuff with it, but okay. All right. There it is. Instant forklift. So now I can go pick up logs and bushes and all of that stuff without going to try to find a whole nother attachment that I can't afford. I'm gonna put those, I bought these with my money. Vivor did not send me these. So, but I'm gonna put the link down in the description box below. And I'm definitely gonna try them out. If my battery wasn't dying, I would try them out right now with y'all. But let me show y'all something. Do I have any questions, by the way? Let me plug this up real quick and ask some questions. Answer some questions. Do I got any questions so far? Oh, let me just leave it down. Do I got any questions so far? Wonder if you could attach it to a snow plow on a truck also. I don't know. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. These gnats. Let me tell y'all something. If you don't believe that this is one of the worst times in history for everything, this is the worst, hands down, worst year I have ever seen in my entire life for flies and gnats. I have never seen nothing like it. It's gnats and flies in biblical proportions. I can't make this up. I ain't never seen nothing like this. Nowhere in America that I've lived. I've never seen nothing like this. You would think there is a dead carcass somewhere with all the flies and the gnats that be humming around here. Okay. All right, I guess that's it. So everybody, no questions or anything like that. So we'll just let it go. I've been on here entirely too long anyway. An hour and a half. I didn't even know we've been on that late. So that's it. All right. Um, I'm going to use this to get this junk over here. Yeah. All right. Everybody, enjoy your day. Enjoy yourself. Live from 73. And we love you and we out. Peace.